Let's talk. Join the conversation. Good morning again, Inklings Femina. My little corner over here on the interwebs. Little vlog for girls and women who love the Lord. And I'm here because I believe we should use our voice while we have one. So a lot has happened since the last time I made a little vlog. When Charlie Kirk was assassinated in cold blood, and then just a few days later, or within a very short amount of time, one of my other very favorite giants of the faith, who I have referenced quite often, Vadi Bakum, died. So, and on. It just seems like in our world, there's just lots of sadness and bad news and people in really, really difficult and troubling times. So this is just a quick little check-in update for what is to be coming along. I'm going to show you something beautiful that happened just outside of our window a few minutes ago. I have talked before about how whenever we are really, really thinking a lot of our son whom we are grieving desperately, and we're near a window or sitting outside and talking about him, this hawk appears and flies over and over, low and close, and hangs out with us, and we just love it and think it's so beautiful. We would never, ever be woo-woo about spirit animals or anything like that, but just a precious reminder from God of our wonderful son and his beauty and strength. And we just love this. We consider it a really, really beautiful blessing. And so there it was again this morning. And I even got to show my husband before he left. Isn't it wonderful? And then also I'm just bubbling over about October 31st being Reformation Day. And what that all means. So I think I will link my Instagram page because I'm going to post a lot of that. It's very, very important. So Reformation Day, I'm quite shocked at the amount of people who have no idea what that means, what it means to us as believers. It's huge. So, and I've done a couple of my first vlogs here talked about that. I just remembered the main reason I wanted to come on in the first place really quick. And that is that, especially on YouTube, there are a whole bunch of fake channels who are using AI to mimic someone's voice and some of their theology. And so these are completely fake channels who are using giants of the faith, taking and using their voice, their photo, their some of their thoughts and words, compiling it from off of the internet and inventing a topic or subject and putting it into AI and letting it go. Run with it and invent a whole talk or sermon that was never ever from that person. like Elizabeth Elliot or Corrie ten Boom or John MacArthur or Vadi Bakum or C.S. Lewis, and a lot of other people too who are not Christians, like Jordan Peterson and stuff. But anyway, they're fake, they're AI, they're really good fakes, and they're really well done. And it's probably people who are not even Christians using them to create whole channels and just mass produce so-called talks or sermons or opinions or things that are not that person at all. So they're getting massive amounts of subscribers and making massive amounts of money doing this. So if you see something that looks like it's from Billy Graham but there's no live video, they'll probably be able to do that any minute now, live video that looks just like them. But it sounds almost perfectly like their voice. But usually they just have a still photo for the link. And it's all fake. And it's not true. So beware, they'll have clever channel names like C.S. Lewis Insights or something like that. But they're deep fakes. It's creepy. It's deceitful. And it's horrible. So please beware. And a lot of times if you go into the comments, you'll see people are like, this is AI, this is fake. And ask God to give you red flags and discernment for fakes. So that was the other thing that I really quick wanted to come on here for, and I totally forgot. So now I'll add it in. I will see you on the flip side. The other thing is I'm going to just do a quick rundown of what is to come on here, so that anyone who would like to know what's up here has a reason to subscribe and come back. My greatest hope, I think, is that people understand what the gospel is, and that there is truth to know that can be known, and that a faithful translation from the original languages of the Bible, which is God's living holy word, is available. And that during the Reformation, there were people who were strangled, drowned, burned alive, many, many of them, because they wanted the common, everyday people to have their own Bibles. The Roman Catholic Church had massive, massive control. So I will link again some amazing videos by people who are experts, who have done the work, and bring receipts, as they say, about all of that. So Reformation Day is a day we should treasure. A true, faithful Bible is something we should treasure, and they're readily available, but most people could care less. So just quickly, a lot of the things that I want to be talking about in the very near future. First of all, I'm over on my other vlog, Law Starts with Janine. I'm starting to bring our living tapestries. I've been talking about it for a long time. It's all homekeeping, handmade, use what you have and things that you can make and love and give you can make your own easily. So I have a list of hundreds of things that I want to share. And making a rice pack neck wrap, or it can be for pain anywhere. It can be heated or cold. Anyway, that's something I want to be bringing very soon. It's really fun for winter and a great gift and a real comfort and help with pain. So that's over on Law Starts with Janine, and it's all about handmade, homespun, old-fashioned, old soul fun. Lots and lots. I will link that too in case you want to check out a playlist I have that shows a lot of what's already on there and to come. Here, the very next vlog I'm going to do, and I've been thinking a lot about it, and is knowing our place, and what a beautiful thing it is when people do, and what chaos it is when people don't. And there's a whole lot to it. It affects every area of our lives when people do or don't know their proper place, knowing our place. And another is going to be what I've learned so far about what we have dealt with in the past several years of cruelty and betrayal, and the way that people have behaved, and that they take themselves so seriously that it, even though it's very, very painful, it eventually just becomes comical. And it helps so much to have a sense of humor about it. Humor is the truth, only faster. And have fun and laugh and be silly and live joyfully in the midst of it. So then about grief and child loss and what we have learned so far. That's another one. I'm going to do a deep dive into modesty and what God's living holy word says about it, and women. I'm going to talk about current progressive so-called Christianity and liberated women, and how it's practically erotica, the way they talk about what they imagine is God and what they believe that they're normalizing. I'm going to talk about our hedge of protection and how wonderful that is. I'm going to talk about the fire in my belly, the mission I've been given. I would like to talk about the ministry of the night, the dark night of the soul. I've been there. We've probably all been there. Lots of faithful people throughout Scripture and history have been there. And those are just a few of the things, but there's a lot more. So please be subscribed. Join the conversation, share, invite friends, your Christian friends who are girls and women who love the Lord. Or maybe are curious about loving the Lord and God's living holy word and what in the world is going on in the church today. So that's what I'm here for. I believe we should have a voice while we can, like I said. So thank you for being here, and I will be back very, very soon. In the meantime, check out the links. I wouldn't post them if I didn't feel that they were faithful and true. And I have in the past posted a couple of resources that I later learned were sus. So I will keep updated on that. So I will see you soon. Have a wonderful day.